What's going on, everybody? Welcome into a Sunday afternoon episode of the Irish Football Pod. Connor, what's going on, dude?
How we doing today, man?
Doing good. Some college football stuff going on, but obviously a big day for the NFL. So, going to be watching those games here in a little bit.
Yep. Should be interesting day of NFL football.
Yeah,
Commanders do the Super Bowl? I don't know.
yeah. Before we hop off of this one, we'll have to make our little predictions for the games today. But man, it seems like every time we're getting ready to record a video, something ends up breaking. Not necessarily directly involving us, but Jim Knowles looks to be headed to Penn State, which would be a really good hire for James Franklin. Obviously, with them getting to the semifinal, bringing in somebody like Jim Knowles is always going to, improve your team.
Mm-hmm.
It was expected that us, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and also Penn State were in the running for him. So, this is somewhat of a domino falling for the DC openings. Like Ohio State and Notre Dame both have DC openings now. So I do see this kind of as a domino effect. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. If barring anything that we weren't going to get him, it's looking more like it's going to be Mike Mickens, in my opinion. Unless other openings come out or other coaches want to look for other opportunities, I don't really see who else is going to do that. That would be a grand slam hire for Notre Dame. So I guess the signs really are pointing towards Mike Mickens, in my opinion, to be the next DC.
Yeah, and that's kind of my gut feeling towards it is okay, if we were to land Jim Knowles, obviously slam dunk, grand slam, we'll take that any day, right? But now that that's probably not going to happen, yeah, it just kind of seems like Mickens is the guy. So it's going to be interesting. Are we going to try to maybe lure someone else away from, somebody that's already on a current team? Because like we talked about before, there's just not a whole lot of guys out there that aren't already contracted with the team, and on
Mm-hmm.
a team coaching. So we'll just have to see. But I think this is a big domino. I think Notre Dame was definitely waiting and doing its due diligence. Who knows if they even talked to Jim Knowles? I never saw any reports or any indication that we even had conversations with him. But obviously, with it being the number one, defensive coordinator in the country, and we have a vacancy, obviously those two things mix, right? If he was available and was interested, I don't think there's any doubt that we would have brought him in to at least have conversations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure we did behind the scenes, but it was pretty fast moving at the same time, which we're pretty darn close to spring ball. It's really can't waste too much time at this point. Getting down to the wire for spring ball, you want to have your full staff really as close to that as you can. So, yeah, that's just another puzzle piece in the staff that we still got to fill in. But I'm pretty confident. Again, with the GM role too, we got to get someone in there. But from
Yeah,
what I've heard, the junior day went pretty well, even though Chad wasn't there. So.
yeah, and I think most of the reports coming out of that are extremely positive. It's when those kids get on campus like that, we're not going to allow them to not have a good time. But when it's defensive players, it's okay. Who's going to be my DC? Who's going to be my recruiter? Like Freeman has his handprints on all these guys, but those personal relationships and like, okay, I'm playing defense next year. What's our plan? So I'm sure those questions are being thrown around. Notre Dame's prepared. They're going to be fine. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
who knows what they're talking to the recruits about and who might be coming. Maybe they're telling the recruits that it's Mickens and we're just not announcing it yet, there could be a whole world of possibilities. So, we'll just have to kind of see how that shakes out.
Yep. Yep. I had a nice little tweet the other day. Was that yesterday? I said the trophies are going to do a lot of talking too for the kids. So, we didn't get the ultimate trophy we wanted, but the two big bowl win trophies are going to look nice to them. So.
Yeah, when you're coming off a first round home victory, a Sugar Bowl against Georgia, an Orange Bowl against Penn State, it kind of goes back to the momentum thing. Use this. That was like fuel on the fire. Don't let it go out. Keep pouring the fuel on and keep accelerating forward.
Mm-hmm. You can't go backwards at this point. You have to keep going forward.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Well, yeah, man. We'll kind of see how these things stack up. What are your thoughts on the game later? Quick predictions here. Who do you got in these games this afternoon?
I'm gonna go Washington Commanders over the Eagles, and then I have Bills upsetting the Chiefs. So I got the Bills and Commanders in the Super Bowl.
And we didn't talk about this before, but I kind of feel the same way. I think the Bills, it's just their time to do it. Josh Allen's playing really good. They've lost to the Chiefs 4 times in the playoffs. This kind of just seems like their year. And then on the other side, I just think, dude, Jaden Daniels has just got something special about him this year. It's going to be a tough game in Philly, but man, he's hard to stop. He's
Jaden Daniels,
like Lamar Jackson,
Jalen Hurts. That's a pretty good QB battle right there.
And it's a divisional game too to go to the Super Bowl, so it's going to be kind of a little bit of a nasty game.
Hostile. It's
Yeah,
going to be hostile
in Philly. It's not the easiest place to play. Yikes.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, man, I think that's a big domino that's fallen. Jim Knowles going there, so we'll see what happens over the next coming weeks. But you brought up a good point. Spring ball is coming up quick. The Irish have got to start making some moves here so we can, get into obviously conditioning, strength training. Like spring ball is coming, and that's where a lot of your yearly stuff is built. So we need to get a guy in. Hopefully it's Mickens. I think we both want that, and I think a lot of Irish fans want that as well. So, let us know in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it'll be Mickens? Do you guys think they'll go elsewhere? What happens if they bring in Mickens? What happens if they don't? Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We love to get the interaction going with Irish fans. Follow us on Twitter and X. We typically are putting out tweets out there too, just talking about Notre Dame. So like, comment, do what you can here, but then go follow us on X and see how our points of view are coming across on there.
Yep, for sure.
All right, see. Well, enjoy the rest of the games today, man, and we'll chat later.
Yep, sounds good. Go Irish.
Go Irish.